Hello, my name is Ben Schwartz, and welcome to week number 3 of the Albany Firebirds review and preview show here on FirebirdsNest.com. This show comes after yet another loss, this time to the Florida Firecats. Definitely another disappointing loss, another time in which we were in the game in the first half and then let the game slip away. That's become a very common occurrence this season, happened all 3 games, so the team is hoping to somehow fix these small mistakes they've made that have led to these losses and the deterioration towards the end of these games. I can't dwell in the beginning because I have a lot of interviews that I have to show you guys that I did after the game, so I'll keep this part short, but I'd like to talk about my experience at the stadium, the Times Union Center. I obviously have been used to going to New York Dragons games in Albany at Nassau Coliseum, and I must say that this fan experience was much, much nicer and far better. First of all, the stadium is much nicer than Nassau Coliseum. It looks like a modern facility, a lot of glass, nicely laid out, pretty spacious, and the seating was nice, and they covered the upper bowls, so everyone was down near the field, which was also nice because an AF2 team isn't going to expect to fill the whole stadium, so you may as well keep everyone kind of in the same area to keep everything packed. I loved the fact that there was a walk-in store. That's something absolutely never seen. The Dragons barely sold shirts, let alone have a store you can walk into. Lots of people were buying stuff. I'm sure they sold a lot. A bunch of shirts, jerseys. They have custom jerseys, which I'm going to order one on the April 25th game. Definitely some nice stuff, and a lot of dedicated fans were there. It was also different from the AFL, which has just lots of people. It seemed like at least every person was wearing some kind of Firebirds shirt or had been to an AF2 game before. There were definitely some people who didn't know who were there for their birthday or whatever, but definitely a higher concentration of fans that knew what was going on and know about the Arena Football League. It was another good defensive performance. Last week, obviously not so much, but the third week, good defensive performances. Definitely not Bednarik's best game. Pretty inconsistent, very inaccurate. That was his main problem. And you can see an interview that Christian Wise did for us with him that I conducted Thursday. That's a few posts down. So look for that if you haven't seen it. Also look for the photo gallery, which I just put up. I take pictures at games. I like sports photography, so definitely check that out as well. That will be at every home game that I'm able to attend. So now we'll check out the interviews that I was able to get. A bunch of players, a lot of different perspectives. And not included in this video is the interview I did with Clint Ozell. That is in a post, couple posts down. You'll see it says full week, full show ahead or something like that. And then Clint Ozell's video will be in that. So look for that. That was a great interview and a good chance to talk to an AFL legend. So here are the interviews I was able to conduct after the game. We're here with Kenny Williams after the Firebirds loss, and what's your reaction to the performance you guys were able to put up as a receiving core throughout the game?
I think we played pretty well in receiving core, played pretty well in the secondary. If you hold a team to 32 points, it's an offensive game, so we should be able to put more points up on the board. But we just got to get better. We're improving every week, and then we see steady improvement. I mean, you can't just blame it on one guy. It's a team effort.
What do you think is the point where you guys are going to reach your peak as a receiving core, or have you already? Because you guys have obviously showed, you're great as a group. Do you think that there's a point where, this team is going to be elite as far as talent goes? Do you think you've reached that point yet where everyone is kind of up to par with how the offense is supposed to be run?
Well, we got good athletes, and everybody can play both ways. It's just about getting on the right page at the right time and peaking at the right time. Right now we got a lot of young guys, but they're coming along, and every week we should be getting better. It shouldn't be a decline. Every week we're getting better, and we just got to improve.
So you think maybe give a prediction. What week do you think you guys will really be up to the level you guys want to be? And is
Was starting the season off kind of as a new team, because a lot of rookies and a lot of people who haven't played the arena game, how detrimental do you think that was to your guys' start, and when will that no longer be a factor?
At the game one, there's no longer no rookies. You just hopefully that they picking up the game faster. And the one thing that I notice is, the guys is getting better in practice, and they starting to read things, they starting to see things. But there's no prediction on when we're gonna meet our peak. We take it 1 week at a time, and we try to play our hardest every week.
All right, thank you. I'm here with Trevor Dupont, Firebirds linebacker, and you've put up great defensive performances in the first game and the third game. The team kind of fell apart in that second game. But what is key for you guys to maintain that kind of performance when the offense might be squandering?
I mean, first, offense always, whatever team you play for, especially a young team, offense always develops a little bit slower. It's a little more intricate. Defense is more of a mindset. So offense is always going to take longer to come along. I don't think they're doing a bad job. We just got to put a whole game together. And, it's hard to tell people, the fans, so, hey, look, we're getting better every week. People don't want to hear that. They want to see a win. But we are getting better every week, and sooner or later that's going to start clicking, and, we're going to get on a roll here pretty soon.
And it's a very young team. A lot of the players are new to the game. What has it been like to, there's actually, you guys have been pretty good about this. You're scoring kind of, the opposing offenses have been scoring kind of, NFL-style points. You haven't been giving up that much, except that second game. What is it like? This is a very offensive game, so do you have to maintain your confidence? Is there a certain degree of difficulty in maintaining your confidence because teams are going to be scoring a lot, and these guys maybe are not used to that?
Yeah, I mean, just like with any, whether it's outdoor football or indoor football, you got to have that mindset on defense, like they're not going to score. I'm happy with the way things are going on defense for the most part. Obviously there was that, 70 points we put up last game. But, that'll happen. We didn't put up any touchdowns in the second half. When your defense is on the field that much, statistically, it's hard to make that many stops. So I think in every game, defense has played strong. Just like I said, a young team, we gotta put a whole game together. We've been in the game or leading every game so far at halftime. And as soon as we just get that mindset that we're going to finish them, and like I said, as soon as we get that, we're going to get on a roll here. And when we do, watch out.
If the offense does continue to struggle, which obviously no one's hoping for, but if that does happen, do you think that you guys will be able to maintain these kind of performances? And you're playing obviously very well, so do you think that if the offense continues to play poorly, will that have an effect on you guys and throughout the season?
It shouldn't. Especially a league like this where everyone's trying to develop themselves and take it to another level. You can't let up. And if we do, we're in trouble. We're hurting ourselves. We're hurting the team. We're hurting the fans that are coming out and supporting us. That shouldn't affect us at all. It shouldn't be an issue anyway. Like I said, the offense is going to develop slower on any team. And as soon as they pick it up, we're going to be clicking on all cylinders. Until that happens, we got to have that mindset that we're going to go out there and we're going to win the game then, because at a certain point, enough is enough. And 0-3 is that point.
All right, thank you.
Yeah,
good luck.
Yeah.
I'm here with Alvin Ray Jackson. So what is your reaction to blowing another you had the lead early in these games. All three games you've really kept up in the first half, but then there's always been, a second half or a second quarter, and later in the game it's been like a deterioration. So what is your reaction to that, and what do you think can be done about that?
Well, with a young team, sometimes it's going to happen. The thing is, when you have a young team, you tend to come out and play the first half, and, you wither in the second half. And we just got to go back, put what together, and come back and play a whole game instead of one half.
How long do you think, just being a young team is an excuse? What point in the season do you think you're eventually going to be like, well, now we have to step it up, like we've run out of these opportunities and we need to start playing?
Well, you're right. Young team excuse stop the first game. Nobody's rookie once you step feet on that field. And it got to stop now. We got to win, and that's just the bottom line.
And what do you think of this quarterback situation? How secure do you think that position is? And does that have any effect on how you play your game, not knowing maybe who's going to start the next game?
Well, Adam is a good quarterback. He's a young guy, got a lot to learn. This game is not simple. It's different from the outdoor game. We have good confidence in Adam, and we also have confidence in Waz. Waz is going to come in and do a great job when he come back. So, we just got to go back to the drawing board and work hard.
All right, thank you.
We just got to try and stay positive and keep our heads up. And, we still haven't put that complete game together yet. I mean, we've played in spurts where, we've looked good at times, and then we played in spurts where we look bad at times. We just got to try and, like I said, with a lot of young guys, limit our mistakes and, put together a whole 4 quarters and, then be able to come out with a victory.